What's good? What's good with it, everybody? What's good with it? Shout out to my bro King Rob. Shout out to my sister El Bonnie, Rita daughter. Life is good. What's good with it? Real Boulder. How you doing? Toya, Pretty Apple. See everybody hanging out late. Y'all probably saying, what Marco doing live this late? Big Birds, what's good, bro? Tasty Tina, how you doing? Tamika Zimmerman. Scandalous, Indigenous. How y'all doing? Late night, y'all up late. The family hanging out late. Nina Ray, what's good with it? See, Rob just got through slicing that boy Jess33 steady playing around. I told y'all he running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Yeah, since that statement was made yesterday, the boy don't know how to act. What is he doing? Why is he doing all of this? When that question earlier, yeah, we woke late. Pretty Apple, we up late. King one, the family up hanging out late. Yeah, but we're gonna get right into it. I ain't gonna keep everybody up late, but we're just gonna touch on some things, some shocking, mind blowing things that just a little bit, a few things that have been revealed for the past couple days. And we already know about Chosen is heavily involved. We already know Jess33 is heavily involved. But if y'all notice, we've been saying for the past couple days, and maybe even longer, that it's a few YouTubers that been out there that's involved, and I don't want to say they've been getting away, but we haven't been putting them in the fire like they should be put in the fire. They should be thrown right out in the fire with the rest of these guys, with the rest of these people, especially due to the fact that they involved. Shout out to Sister El Bonnie and Brother King Rob, because y'all, we've been doing some work. We've been doing some work. I remember me, Rob, and Chosen. Me and Rob used to sit on the phone with Chosen, and all for hours, for days, you know. And everybody know that me and Rob, was straight sincere. And then to come to find out that Chosen was playing. He was, playing us. But it didn't stop even when we exposed what he did, even when we found out the truth. Our passion didn't stop. And it went so strong, it seemed like, El Bonnie picked up his place, filled in his spot. Because the sister El Bonnie, always be on the phone, and she playing, a major part. Everybody is. That's why I say, even us that be on the phone doing what we doing, and everybody in the chat, and because believe me, we get emails, me, Rob, and El Bonnie, and a lot more people, the whole entire family, I'm quite sure, just share emails. I bet you, I can imagine what y'all be doing, the things, just like it's probably stuff that, little things that go on that, we don't talk about, maybe because it's small or we have bigger things to talk about. And then we do talk about a lot of little things, but I can only imagine the things that y'all be doing that we don't know about. But I can see the results because the results is obvious. Look where we at. Look what, yeah, that's right. Too blessed to be stressed. You absolutely right. That's how we got where we at today. Teamwork. So shout out to everybody. Yeah, but it seemed like the sister Elvina came in and filled in, chosen place, and like it didn't stop when we separated ourselves. All of us, me and Rob, it didn't slow us down when we separated ourselves from us. And from the looks of it, all of y'all, because y'all was going hard. Everybody was doing what you know we felt needed to be done. And I can honestly say this: I can tell by how hard, you know, and how serious and just how real the love y'all get to me and Rob. I can sincerely say this: that if a lot of y'all was in Chicago, y'all would have been on the ground with me and Rob. Y'all would have been out there with us. Especially, I know the brothers, y'all would have been out there, the ones that's rocking with us now. Cause I mean, I can't say it no other way. What other reason y'all here? Y'all here because y'all want some real results. But the sisters, I know they would have been out there. They would have been out there, and we all would have been out on the streets of Chicago the whole entire time. So that evidence speak for itself. Because, like I say, it's a few more than a few. It's a lot of names that I've been seeing for a long time before I even hooked up with Chosen. And I'm quite sure it's a lot of names in here. Rob, same way before he even hooked up with Chosen and during the time and everything. Shout out to y'all because everybody's sticking it out, and shout out to the newcomers, to the ones that a little bit behind us. But it's every day is just like we give an update because these foods got so much dirt built up on them. And I heard the YouTube news that's going around that the old scammer got kicked out of the house that he just had remodeled. They doing lives on it and all this, but hey, if a man to sneak out his mother house with her TV, he shouldn't be allowed to rest comfortably. What y'all think? If a man rob his mama and anybody else that extend a helping hand to him, he don't deserve to rest peacefully. And in some of the cases, jail is an easy route for him. For some of these people, if y'all know what I'm saying, jail is an easy route. But that's the route some of them gonna have to take. That's the route some of them gonna take. But y'all, a lot of y'all may be familiar with the woman blessed by God. She been around. She been rocking with Chosen ever since me and Rob, was over there. Ever since all of us, a lot of us was over there. So everybody know who I'm talking about. But I gotta touch on this. It was and I know a lot of y'all heard it. When Rob did the line earlier, and then the guest came on and said what she said. Now I had missed that part, and Rob and Albani brought me back to it. Y'all, that's how y'all know how when we break them down like we always do, we say body blow. Y'all, that is a blow. What she said. She said that the reason she had to do the makeup is because blessed by God couldn't get it right. Y'all, we want to see these people. They can't, which we already know. The evidence is right there, y'all. The wall is in the famous words of scamming chosen. The walls of Jericho are coming down, but it's more than the walls of Jericho. We want more than that. We need more than that. Here it is. This girl, blessed by God, is, you know, and there it is again. Uh, some more shocking news. Some more shocking news. This girl, blessed by God, has to be heavily involved. She got to be heavily involved because, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because now we all know what took place when we went to Atlanta. We all know all of that. But this one thing we cannot ignore. From the way that they um, ran a scam down there, who did they put on the front line? They put Blessed by God in this particular incident when so the guy supposedly rolled up and pulled the gun out on Chosen and on Chosen Queen. All right. Now, who was on front street of that? It was Blessed by God because what she did was try to kick her kick her part of the plot off that night before. That night before, how she was just, you know, it just seemed it seemed it strange at that time because I'm sitting there and I'm hearing her run this sob story to Rob about her husband and she can't go home and he tripping and this and that. But I'm also hearing at the same time Rob telling her, well, you need to get your kids and you need to go get someplace safe. And but not just from her words, from her actions. Number one, she didn't take Rob advice, which you think any woman. First of all, this is what I said. After she said ran that story, I'm thinking like this. Okay, if this woman is supposed to left her kids at home, no food in the house, and the light's supposed to be off, and her husband is supposed to be watching the kids. Now, that right there was kind of hard for me to believe because I'm talking about that story. That's all I think it was a story that they was trying to run. Now, it was hard for me to believe because I couldn't see a woman with kids at home, leaving her kids at home along with her husband, with no food in the house, with no lights on, to come hang out with some YouTubers that she doesn't even know. I couldn't see that because I know, I mean, who would have done that? If just think, if any one of us, our luck got that bad, the last thing we'd have been thinking about was to go hang out with some YouTubers, that some people we don't even know. Y'all agree to that? But this is what she did. She was out there. And y'all, we hung out that first night and it was late, but she's steady hanging out. I can't go home. My husband, he came and took the kids. We hearing these two conflicted stories. And then later on, we hear a story about it's supposed to have been her, like I just said, her leaving the home. And then on one end, we hearing that. And on the other end, we hearing her say, the husband tripping, she can't go home. He snapped, he came and took the kids. All this nonsense, y'all. All this nonsense. But my point again, she was on the front line of that because that particular situation revolved around her. So what happened the next day? That's when I'm gonna back up a minute. Just like I was saying, I'm hearing Rob tell this woman, well, just do what you gotta do and and get to make sure them shorty straight. I'm in the car right next to him. We was in two different cars, but I got my window down and I'm hearing because we trying to see what's going on with her. So okay, now fast forward that. Okay, but now here it is. She telling Rob all this stuff that's supposed to be going down, and then and Rob even offered help the best way he could. She didn't take his advice. She didn't take his help. So the situation couldn't have been that drastic like she wanted us to believe. It couldn't have been. Now fast forward to the next day. Here it is, her husband. Supposedly pull up branches gun, everything, all that middle of the street, all that stuff go down. Now, who does that situation revolve around again? Blessed by God. Now all this go down in Atlanta again, and she's the reason. Now after that, and we have told y'all that after that, that Chosen on the phone with me and Rob, and we all know that Chosen was thirsty for a hot story. Anything that he felt that can, well, we know now. Anything that he felt that can, it's just like a news reporter. They'll do anything for a hot story, and then also playing his part. So we know this. Oh, my bad, y'all. We also know Chosen is thirsty for a hot story. So what he want to do? He on the phone with me and Rob. He tell me and Rob, man, we should put Blessed by God out there, expose her. Now, me and Rob stopped that. We stopped that like, nah, man, we ain't finna put the sister business out there, man. That's crazy, man. Why would we do that? What would be the reason for doing that? And then on top of that, she supposedly at this time we looking at her like a family member. And even if she wasn't a family member, come on, that's come on, man. That wasn't cool. And then, based due to the fact that me and Rob told him, man, that's something we shouldn't do. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. Now, fast forward a little bit, we exposed Chosen. And then we also told her, got the word out there, like, man, this is what this dude wanted to do to you after the Atlanta trip. How did she respond? She continues to rock with him. She continued to rock with him. After we tell her, look, this dude wanted to expose your business on live so he can get some views. Bam, she continued to rock with him. So what does that tell us? That tells us that what we heard today, earlier today, about she couldn't get the makeup right, so that person had to come in and do it. That practically confirms her being involved. Because what other reason would she continue to cling on to Chosen? After we tell her, look, this dude wanted to expose your whole household, kids, husband, you, put you out there as a bad mother, you the reason for everything happened. We told her all that, but she continued. She, in fact, even clinging to him harder. So that's just concrete proof that she was involved and they working together. And another thing, it always was a mystery to me, and I think I told y'all this before. It was always a mystery to me about that woman, Chosen Queen. I couldn't, like I said, y'all, and some of y'all may agree with me, and some of y'all may disagree with me. If we all can recall when she first came out, and then okay, bam, we get the word somebody coming out with name Chosen Queen. Now at this time, we all wrapped up in the Chosen Queen, supposedly be this dude that's we all supporting. So now we hear the name Chosen Queen. Now, when I first heard that name, and when she started her live, for some reason I thought that she was gonna come out and just be on some serious business, like like um like the sisters over here, like y'all, like serious and taking care of business, like each and every one of y'all. But what did she do? She come out and basically do the total opposite. So why is that? My point is Why was she given the name Chosen Queen? For number one, we hear that name, we automatically know that it's an attachment to who? Chosen King. We know this. So because we know that, and remember what I said, y'all, Chosen King came on YouTube and he built this whole character for himself as being well respected, a well respected YouTuber. Now Chosen Queen come out and everybody thinks she's gonna come out on the same level, but she come out on the total opposite. But my point is, why was she given that name? Because I couldn't understand it. I was like, damn, she ain't even on shit. Why she calling herself Chosen Queen? And see, like I said, y'all, don't it make more sense? Like, say if the girl he was living with at the time, she decided to do YouTubes and come out and report stories. Don't y'all think that would have been a name he would have given to her, his woman? Or, I mean, he was chosen king. Don't you think his girl should be chosen queen? That just make more sense. Did that make sense to y'all? Okay. Now Miss Brenda Atkins, I think it's a little bit deeper than she likes him. See, yeah, we all know just recently she Chosen Queen was on live saying that God told her that Chosen King is supposed to be her husband. But y'all check this out. Just like I just said, and before I say that, okay, I brothers, check this out. Talking to my brothers, talking to Rob, Yaya, all the brothers in here. Now, if all of our name was whatever, let me just say all of our name was the color blue. That's our name, color blue. And we doing everything we doing. Check me out, Charles. Talking to you too, bro. Big Bird is this for all of us. I want to see what's happening. Now, just say for instance, our name is blue. And we got everything going down the exact same scenario. And so here it is. We take one of the sisters and then we name her Miss Blue. That's supposedly be a sub. Our woman sitting on the side, in his situation, his lady sitting on the side. Don't you think she'd have been like, what made you give her that name? What made you give her that name? I mean, we just men. We know that's how our ladies would have looked at it. And possibly everybody else. But it's deeper than that because, like I said, Chosen had this character of as being as chosen king, wrapped up in a nutshell. And then here she come, but she owned nothing. And did everybody think that she was gonna come out like y'all would, like the sisters over here? Did y'all think she was gonna come out taking care of business when she first came out with that name? But what she do? She come out and she would actually do a live sitting there at the damn camera looking crazy, not saying a damn word. Other people talking on the panel, and she just sitting there doing nothing. So that right there leads me to ask, what was the reason for her getting a YouTube channel? What was her reason? I mean, she wasn't important to what we was doing. She wasn't important. What she do? Chosen do it live. Me and Rob on the panel, and we doing the footwork, giving Chosen some real information, and then she do it live, and what they talk about it. No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's so deep that I believe that Chosen King and Chosen Queen were already a couple. That's why, mark my words, y'all. That's why they finna end back up as a couple now. Where he gonna go? Where he gonna go? They do all this crazy stuff because they know, just like they've been telling us, y'all, from day one. Y'all know why they do it to us? Y'all know why they was doing it to us? Because they know they had us looking to the right while they was working us from the left. They was telling us. Remember chosen favor words? They put this stuff right in our face. They telling us. Yeah. On the live I did earlier this morning, y'all heard him say for itself. He used reverse psychology. He tried to say the reason he used Geneva Knox is because it was a reverse psychology tactic. Are you serious? Is that what you really thought of us? I'm saying us because he done it to all of us, y'all. He thought that he should use reverse psychology on all of us because y'all heard Rob say it earlier. We found out about Geneva Knox when y'all found out about Geneva Knox. And who did we all find out about Geneva Knox from? Chosen King. We found out a lot from that dude. And what else did he say? He specifically said in the live I played earlier, Zach, you're not getting away with this. Teresa, you're not getting away with this. Y'all not getting away with this. Man, that dude was doing direct talking. He was doing direct talking. But what was he doing? Also, in the midst of that, he told us he was using reverse psychology on us and who else? Notice he said this, and I want y'all to go back and listen. And it's at the end of the live I did this morning. Notice he said this after he told Miss Barbara that the Justice League was gonna help her. He said this next move is gonna make Zach and Teresa and all them make their knees buckle. That's what he said. He said that due to the fact that Miss Barbara was coming out and what he had planned was going to make their knees buckle. Now, I got to say this, y'all. I have to say that could he have been really saying, I know I'm supposed to be doing the same exact thing as straight drop and um, everybody else. I know I'm supposed to be doing that. But what I'm about to do to you motherfuckers is finna fuck y'all head up. So that brings me to this question. If he done that, is that the reason everybody, well, it appeared to us that way, everybody on YouTube was going at him? Could that be the reason? Could it have been the people that was going at him were really the people that was involved? And what we thought was their reason for going at him, we was totally off. At the time, we thought all these YouTubers was going at him because he got the truth and he's sincere about getting justice and he really care. And no, he told us. He said out of his mouth the exact words. We got YouTubers out here that's trying to stop the truth from coming out. They flagging pages. Everything he said, he done. He better yet, everything he said, he done and he was involved in. And not only that, he got a large portion of supporters, like all of us, to do it with him. So what did he do? He formed his band to go against the other side. That's what he did. Shit, that's what they all did. Because you had people, you had, man, we gotta say that we was doing shit that we never thought we'd do. Come on YouTube. Not just being on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with being on YouTube. I'm saying the things that we was going through, the things that we was doing while we was rocking with this dude. Could this dude have all the time we thinking this dude trying to get true justice? Could this dude have really been just distracting us? Could that have been one of his missions? Distraction. We know it had to be something because he thrived off that quote. It's going down on the right, but gotta look to the left. That was his. He was known for that. You can't say chosen king and not say look to the right while everything going on to the left. You can't say one without saying the other. So was he a distraction? I think so. I think that was one of his things, which and there's many more that came with him. But this what I do notice, y'all, along with Jess33 running around like a chicken with his head off after the truth come out. This what I do notice. It seems like during these since we all exposed chosen and we started exposing, everybody else that we feel has something to do with it. It seems like ever since then, things really shifted. Things really shifted. It seemed like certain YouTubers they pace. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, y'all, that's involved that just been getting away. I'm talking about men and women. Man, I mean, don't I mean we already know it's crazy what that you can when you can go to a website and get crispy clear footage, but you got people that's constantly putting out things that you cannot see, and then they trying to persuade you that this is what it is. That's man, come on, y'all. That's plain in itself. That's like me telling you, man, look, I got a $1 million watch. But when I open the fucking box up, all you see is a fucking $10 fucking Walmart watch. But I'm telling you, man, this fucking watch come from Switzerland. There's only one made. I'm basically telling you, man, fuck what I'm showing you, man. Listen to what I'm telling you. Man, this thing is crazy. But that woman blessed by God. And see, I just said it's men and women. And there's more women, y'all. Believe me, it's gonna come out. It's more women, just as it is men. Don't think for one doubt that this was just an all male operation. No, hell no. We know that from the beginning because it started revolving around a what? A female. So that right there tells us. I mean, just from watching whatever that was we was watching from the footage, it started with males and females. So why would it stop there? Especially how deep it ran. And be honest, it's still running. Oh, girl, blessed by God, man. Like I say, I, I'm just the females. Just put yourself in her shoes. I mean, not all the way in her shoes. I know y'all don't want to be nowhere near 'em. But what I'm saying is, just understand what I'm saying. If that was y'all, and then uh somebody come and tell y'all, look, man, this dude y'all rocking with, man, this is what he was finna do to y'all after this situation, and then y'all still rocking with him, and would y'all continue to rock with him? I don't think so. Especially if y'all wasn't on no bullshit. If y'all was keeping it 100, man, y'all would have. At least the least thing y'all would have did was question them, like, man, what's going on with, what's going on with what they saying? Any truth to that? But not even that. Just straight back to business, like nothing never happened. Like nothing never happened. That speak volumes, y'all. That speak volumes. It speak the exact same, and I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. It speaks the exact same volume as if any one of the sisters, somebody come in this chat and disrespect them, as well as the brothers. It can be one person that get disrespected. It can be me. It can be the same thing on Rob Live, one of the Queens Live, or anybody in any one of our chats. Somebody can come in and disrespect one person. What's gonna happen? We all gonna get them. Why? Because we roll together. Why? Because we're a family. So it's understandable. After we told Blessed by God what was going down, she continued to roll with Chosen. Why? She rolled with them. They family. They on the same page, same operation. Then you got Jess33. Y'all, the guy been exposed as being there inside the hotel. He been exposed. And y'all know the old saying, and believe me, it's very real. Action speaks louder than words. So if I say action speak louder than words, I'm telling y'all, pay little attention what me and Rob's saying, but pay a whole lot of attention to what Jess33 is doing. Because what he doing speaks louder than what me and Rob is saying in this situation. It speak louder. Only thing me and Rob doing is saying, we telling y'all we got proof, we got concrete proof that this dude was involved. What he go do? He basically confirm it. Look how he acting. That's why I said earlier, I can imagine what these other YouTubers doing, especially as if they listening. And y'all believe me, they be over here. They just don't jump in the chat. First of all, they know what's gonna happen, and they know whatever stunt they pull is not gonna last for no long period of time. They gotta be quick with their fingers and typing and stuff like Chosen do, beating up the keyboard. They can be able to make Gmail after Gmail after Gmail. As soon as one gets shut down, gotta be able to do that. But they running scared. I'm telling y'all, because they listening, y'all. They listening what's being said over here. One thing we know for sure, y'all, there's no other YouTube family. Well, let me rephrase that. There's not many YouTube families on YouTube that's saying the exact same thing we saying. There's not many. Well, how many we got? We got Fed and his family. We got the sister Jay. We got a couple more, but not many. And they all involved, y'all. I'm telling you. And that's something that we knew. And see that's where our common sense. We might have didn't know the extent or how specifically they was involved, but one thing we knew that they was involved, and there it is again. How do we know? From their actions. I keep telling y'all, these people came out and they were set up with these high number of subs for a specific reason. Look how YouTube designed. A person with a lot of subs, they got a lot of views, they worth watching, regardless of what they talking about. It just makes them look more attractive on YouTube for viewers that's into what they offering. It makes it look more attractive. They dress it up. They trying to lead us into a world where we are heavily concerned about getting likes on social media. Hmm. Because look at all these YouTubes. Look at Chosen. Look at Blessed by God. Look at Jess33. Look at Straight Drop. Look at these guys. These people didn't give a damn about whether they was putting out the truth, but one thing they did care about how many subs they got and how many likes and how many people that they can get to just believe in them and then follow them and push their narrative. Because one thing we know for sure, if a YouTuber got a lot of subs and they rocking with them, they're gonna push the narrative. They're going to push the narrative. It just so happen we know that the narrative we're pushing over here is towards truth. Nothing else. Nothing else because we've been distracted by so much for way too long. Had a conversation with my brother Rob, and I heard him say something that was so true. We had a deep conversation. The brother said, "Man, bro, this shit getting stressful." My response was, "Bro, it been stressful," and it just shows you the level that we are, the level that we've reached. I'm talking about all of us. It shows the level that we reach in this here journey, and it shows the toll that it is taken. It have taken. Can't say taken because we've been in it so long. The effect it been took effect on us. The whole thing been stressful. The whole thing been painful, confusion. The whole thing been confusing. Shit, that's probably the main thing it have been confused. For something to be that confusing on the level it was, that's not normal. I mean, you can take them, you can have somebody that sit and apply a crime for a long time. I don't think it'll still be done that professionally in that fashion. But the way this thing here was done is very questionable. You got a question? And that's what we've been doing. We've been questioning everything about it from day one. It's just that, see, what I think we're doing over here now, we're doing more free thinking. We're doing more free thinking. And, and what I mean by free thinking, I'm quite sure, even though a lot of things we already have the answers for, but still though on our journey to get more answers, a lot of us coming in with different opinions, and but still at the end of the day we know what our journey is for. We know what the fight is for. We know our mission, and most importantly we know who's the target. We know who's the target. And who is the target? The people that targeted us. None other than the people that targeted us. They target us on YouTube, Facebook, social media, period. Man, these people went so hard, they target us in our home through YouTube. Can y'all imagine how many people that wasn't even into YouTube, this brought them into it? I have heard people say it. I have heard people say, man, I didn't even used to watch YouTube, man, till this shit happened. So what was it about that made those type of changes in society? What was it about that? The fact that we know that it took a strong as effect as it did, we know that it had to be people involved. And that's where these YouTubers come in at. Look at what they all been doing. Once we rewind the story back in our head, and we look at things from our free thinking now. And I gotta say again, over here we free thinking because basically when we was over there with Chosen, we was being guided because we came in guided under the umbrella of Teresa Martin is involved. That was the umbrella that we were standing on. And I'm not saying now to say that she's not, because I'm not saying nothing like that. Because I think, in fact, I think she was more involved than Chosen was leading us to believe. Just like we come to find out that he, not only was he involved, but he's heavily involved. So, and that give us a clear understanding of why him and Jess33 was beefing. And you know, to put it more better, why was Chosen just beefing with people on YouTube, period? Why couldn't it just be about getting justice? Why couldn't it just be stick to the mission? Man, he was more just as going hard as for the foodery on YouTube as it was the mission. And I gotta say that because look at all of us that got involved that had started making this part of the mission. Y'all, we made going on other people pages when we was rocking with Chosen, we made going on other people pages flagging them because they was at Chosen and we standing up and fighting his wars. We made things like that important to the mission, which was non-important. So what was it? A distraction. What else can it have been? It wasn't helping us get progress. It was doing the exact opposite. It was doing the exact opposite. Like he used to always say, we over here fighting on the right while him and all the other YouTubes and everybody else involved over there doing what they doing on the left. Distraction. And like I say, him and Jess33, they coming out. They came out, these high number of subs, and it made people flock to them. Hey, just look at it like this. Okay, the incident happened at the Crown Plaza. You go on YouTube, you see a YouTuber with 70,000 subs, a 500,000 views. What you gonna think? Oh shit, dude, or she must got some good information on the case. I'm finna sub to her or him. And I'm gonna start following and listening to him. Before you know it, you're believing what he's or she's saying. Oh, the locked up part, hmm, like in the large aspect of that, I gotta say, if somebody was gonna get locked up, I think they would at least got arrested. Somebody was gonna be arrested by now with a serious interrogation and let the courts figure it out. I mean, we know that's how the police system work, the justice system work in the United States. If they think you guilty, they say innocent until proven guilty. We know that's some bullshit. But what they'll do is arrest your ass, charge you with it, and let you fight it out in court. Why? Because they make money that way, regardless. They don't give a damn about, in most cases, if you're innocent or guilty. They say arrest them, charge them, and let them fight, figure it out in court. Let them tell it to the judge. So we can't ignore that we have seen crimes way worse than this. And justice came swift. It came swift. Justice came swift. But what happened in this case? None. Can we ignore that? I don't think so. And I don't think we would anyway. Yeah, you're right. Things never move fast when you feel they should. But in this case, damn. With supposedly all the evidence we've been showed, and especially all the stuff they wanted us to believe. Shit, evidence should have came within the. I mean, the arrest should have came within the same week. Shit, to be honest, an arrest should have came before the perpetrator even left the hotel with all the damn evidence they had. Or an arrest should have came within the next 48 hours. But did it? Nope. And here it is, 7 months down the line. Has anyone been arrested? Nope. Has anyone been seriously questioned? Nope. Have the mother of the supposedly victim given us any serious information? Look, this is what we do know. If a serious incident happened where a mother with all the tools we have now, if a mother feels she need help, she would be all over social media taking every helping hand and doing whatever she has to do to get justice for her mother. I mean, for her child. We didn't get that. In fact, what we got was a bunch of nonsense, but no real answers. In fact, what we got was a mother paying more attention to another YouTuber that was saying things about her. That's what we was handed on a silver platter. Y'all know what they did? They gave us they gave us something where this woman paid attention to Chosen King for saying some stuff to her and ignoring the mother of the reason why Chosen was saying he was saying. So why not? The woman never even addressed Miss Barb. She never even really spoke on the name Kanika after the supposedly incident. Why? Why? We know this. If a kid get killed in our family, that's one thing that will bring the entire family together. I don't give a damn if the family didn't like each other, but something like that will bring the whole damn family together. Why we didn't see? Why wasn't no grandmother stepping up? Why wasn't the real family stepping up? I'm talking about cousins and I'm talking about bloodline. We didn't see none of that. What we saw was an activist by the name of Andrew Holmes coming in to paint this picture for everybody that finna jump on board to ride in this wave, ride this wave that this picture this guy painted. That's what we was handed. We was handed all this stuff. And we was eating it up. We was gobbling it down. We was gobbling it down. You ever sat down at the table and just started eating, didn't know what you was about to eat, but just ate it anyway? We seldomly do that. We won't do that. We won't do that. Eating some food and stuff. For some reason, we have to know what we're eating. But that wasn't the case in this situation. I'm telling y'all, that's how deep it was. That's how deep it was. I'm telling y'all, we had this guy, Chosen King, and a lot more YouTubers, y'all. They was targeting us. They did us in, and they did us in the worst way. They did us in the worst way. Even when Chosen, switched to be a whistleblower, he was calling Miss Barbara whistleblower because he knew for a fact she was a whistleblower because she became a whistleblower right along with him. So he knew what he was saying. I told y'all earlier when Miss Barbara did her YouTube tour, what she say? Jen Chosen sitting over there lying. He knew I was gonna call him. He knew I was. She said Chosen is sitting over there lying. He know I was gonna call him. He knew I was. This thing run deep, y'all. When I say run deep, it run deep. But me and Rob, we got something real heavy coming soon. We just y'all know how we do. We just crossing our T's and dotting our I's. That's all. That's all we're doing right now. But yeah, it's kind of it's getting into the late. I just wanted to touch up on that with y'all. And tomorrow, y'all, I'm gonna open up a panel tomorrow, and I want to bring some of the family because that's something that we all need. I want quite a few of y'all to come on the panel with me and Rob, and let's just talk about. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's just discuss all of this. Let's share our different views. Who knows where to land us? Who knows? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He publicly spoke of her settlement, but we knew dealing with the situation that some money was gonna land. I mean, the whole thing revolved around money. One thing about, let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to pay attention to this. One thing about that Crown Plaza incident, a lot of people got paid, all the way down from Teresa to the activist to the lawyer to street motherfuckers to YouTubers. Everybody made money off of it. See, that's what I mean by this is something we've never witnessed. How in the hell some okay, if that was the case, then Lil Johnny can get gunned down in the drive-by tonight on the block, and we all should be able to go on YouTube and make money off of that. Do stories on it and make money off of it. But it's not gonna happen. It don't happen. Why can't Lil Johnny get shot on the block and all the YouTubers start reporting on that? It happens every day. But why is everybody still stuck on something that happened 7 months ago? Hell, we don't even know what the hell really happened. But in most cases, in these crimes where kids get killed, we know what happened. And we don't be as drawn to that as we is to this. We can see a kid get, I'm not even like physically see a kid get gunned down in the street. Oh yeah, it'll be emotional. Yeah, we'll feel a certain way about that. But would we feel the same way as we feeling about this? Look how many kids undied since that haven't even been mentioned and probably died in the worst way. Do we hear about it? Nah. Do the mainstream media talk about it? Nah. But they talked about this. In fact, they helped kick it off. We see politicians come out on the street and talk on when there's gang violence every day in Chicago. Well, not every day. Periodically, they come and they talk about that. They talk about how the politicians and the government is doing the people wrong. They talk about that. But they not one politician, not just from Chicago, not one politician, no celebrity, not man one spoke on this. How big of a story this is, and they not speak on this. Let Kim Kardashian wear a fucking nice dress. It's gonna be the topic on everywhere. It's gonna be the trending topic everywhere. You have celebrity talk. Shit, you have people in their households talking about it and don't even know the hell Kim Kardashian is. And she can give a damn who you is. But people talking about it like it's really important. Why does it happen that way? Why? It's a lot going down, y'all, that we know, and it's a lot going down that we don't know. But somehow we gotta do the best we can to try to figure out what it is that we don't know. And it's a lot we already know. It's a whole lot we know, y'all. But with that being said, like I said, I'm sorry I kept the family up kind of late. I know everybody needs some rest. We need our rest. That's one thing we need. We can't even operate. We can't even operate right if we not rarely rest. We can't even think right. We'll be like no good to ourselves. But we need that. What's good with it, Dare Caesar? How you doing, brother? Yeah, y'all. We won't even be able to operate right without our help. We won't be no good to each other. We can't hide that. We got too much on the line. And the most important thing we got on the line is our dignity. in this here thing. Our whole entire fight, practically our lives, basically. But yeah, I love each and every last one of y'all. Every time I say that, I mean that, y'all, because how can we not love each other? Y'all show us every time, and we recognize it, we appreciate it, and we love it. Man, I gotta say, y'all, what's up? I don't give a damn what these other YouTubers saying, what they sub saying, because they don't know shit. They don't know a motherfucking thing. What I know, all of us that's over here, we woke. And we're gonna continue to keep waking up. With that being said, my family, y'all keep that security tight. Y'all gonna get y'all some rest. I'll see y'all when the sun come up. One love.